Hi, everybody. Good evening to you. Welcome back to Real Talk with Shuvo. And today we have an exciting guest, a gentleman who had a lot of influence in my life, and he has helped me a lot. And apart from that, he has helped a community, his own country, a lot to develop an entrepreneurial ripple, I would say, a social entrepreneur with us. So we will give 3 more minutes, and then I will be back with the guest speaking to you. Stay tuned.
Sure.
Sorry.
But when you are live, I was not able to see the live there in the success Dante page.
Yeah, hold on.
Should I go to success Dante page?
It's there. Okay, let me just check. Mute your camera.
I don't know.
Yeah, we are live. Yes. Okay.
Yes, you are live. I am also live. So. Yeah.
Can you see your live?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can share that. Let's press share.
Let me. I think that. Now it should be notified by all educators, right? Okay, receive all notifications. Okay. Now what should I do? No. Where is the share is not there? Pages, see pages related to success. Zante is my next thing. Notified by all videos. One minute, I'm just trying to press and it's not happening. Okay, we'll go. Well, now.
Yes. Hello, everybody. Hi. So I'm back, and so we'll start the conversation in a short while. So just to introduce myself, I'm the CEO of Success Dante, and we have started this Real Talk with Shuvo segment to give out certainty to people out there. And every week we bring in different industry specialists. And today I have a very good friend of mine who has impacted so many lives around him, and he has uplifted the community in India in so many ways. His name is CK Kumaravel, and we lovingly call him CKK. So CKK, can we see you? Can you join us? Please unmute yourself, unmute your camera and audio. Are you there?
Yes, Shuvo,
Yes.
very happy.
Hi.
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 Absolute pleasure.
How are you? How are you? Good to
Life
see
is
you.
difficult.
Good to see
Life
you.
is difficult, and life is different. But that's the new normal.
New normal, yes.
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah.
But thank you for your time and joining us. You know, I know that times are difficult, but still you're here with us. Really appreciate. So before I go into the conversation, I would like to give a brief introduction to this wonderful gentleman. So he is an excellent motivational speaker and a successful social entrepreneur, and he believes in entrepreneurs. What he says that entrepreneurs are new age freedom fighters. As someone who believes in empowering women, and he has empowered more than 300 plus women by helping them becoming a business owner. And he's the co-founder of Southeast Asia's largest salon chain, Naturals, comprising of 750 salons, and growing. And of course, if you ask me to three words to describe this wonderful gentleman: commitment, dedication, and integrity. These are the three words to describe CKK. And apart from that, a very good friend of mine and who has helped me to in so many ways when it comes to my entrepreneurial journey. CKK, I'm ever so grateful to you. Every time I meet you, you always make sure that you give me a book. You always and you ask me read it and take action, always. So with that, I would like to ask my first question. Would love to hear the natural story. We would like to start with that, and then of course we'll go on to other questions. So, what is the natural story?
First, thank you, Shuvo and Hasani, for the wonderful opportunity to speak to one more set of friends. I think both knowledge and wealth is to be shared. If you don't share knowledge and wealth, it will stink. A lot of people think that holding knowledge and holding on to wealth is a great thing. It will give them security. No, it will not give them security. It is actually sharing knowledge and sharing wealth is what will give you the security, and it is what will make the world very beautiful. I have to tell the story of how I met you. I think that's a very important story. Everybody should know. Hasani and Shuvo came to India for a Toastmasters conference. And I was there in the Toastmaster in the morning to speak in that conference. And they were actually not there. And I met a lot of friends from Sri Lanka especially. And we became very friend, and I had and stayed back for the lunch also. And then I came back to office, and that is when my associate Mohit Prashant, he told me there is a couple who has come from Sri Lanka, and they are wanting to see you, and they seems to be what you call very serious, and they want to take naturals to Sri Lanka. I said, I've seen enough of such people. I'm not very keen, but however, when I know that they have come all the way from Sri Lanka, let me meet them and say hello. Our priority is now India only. Let's not defocus ourselves. Let's not get into anything else. But since they have come, we should meet them. And that is how I went and met Shuvo and Hasini. I have to tell that few people, you will know them for even decades, but it will be only just an acquaintance. You will say, hi, how are you? Have a nice day. And that's it. And life goes on like that. There are very few people whom you meet on the first time, and they become lifelong buddies. And that's the person Hasini and Shuvo is for us, for me and Veena. They are more than a friends. They are an extended family for us. And that's because of the same thing as what Shuvo was talking about. It is the energy level, it is the enthusiasm, it is the integrity, and it is the what you call the commitment to grow not only them, also to grow the people around them. All the wonderful quality what is required to make a perfect human being or a perfect entrepreneur is available with these with this couple. So I decided let me not what do you call, life comes and knocks at your door. Sometimes we don't open it. I said, no, 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 this is an opportunity. I joined with them. And today they have made Sri Lanka in Colombo, the Naturals brand. So thank you very much, Hasini and Shuvo, for that. That's my first thank you is in order. The second one, going back to your question of what makes.
Thank you so much. I wasn't expecting that CK, but thank you so much for saying that. Thank you. Yes, go ahead.
And the second one is about Natural Salon. And I always used to say, and I will say it one more time or nth time, my wife Veena's refusal to continue as a housewife was the beginning of the brand Naturals. Veena could have easily stayed home and glorified herself as a homemaker. She was very particular. She said, I want to become an entrepreneur. Both our kids have started going to school, and there was some time available with Veena, which we wanted to put into use and make 60,000 rupees a month. That was the whole idea with which the Natural journey began. When we started, we did not have a big dream of wanting to make it as a Southeast Asia's #1 salon chain, or wanting to have a 685, that's the latest count. And the last one being opened is again in Colombo only, because India is almost now still in a Corona hold. So the last salon was here, and we are at 685, more than 400 plus women entrepreneurs, 10,000 plus jobs. All this has happened along the journey. But when we started, we did not have any of the what you call dream or a goal of something. Idea is very simple. Veena should not remain as a housewife. So that means she should do something. And what to do? We identified salon as an opportunity. One of the important decision making is to identify. The first challenge is to identify what to do. That is, if you identify that, 50% of the battle is won. So we had three choices at that point of time. One was a salon, another was a preschool, another was a boutique. We identified salon as an opportunity by not doing much market research. It is a back of the envelope calculation, plus minus here and there, and we decided salon is the opportunity. A lot of times when nature adds difficulty, it throws in brains also. We use brain and solve a lot of problem. That is why when we have a lot of money, we will not be able to take the right decision. When we are actually having less money, we will be able to take a sharper decision. And that's exactly what we have seen it happen at that point of time. So we selected salon as the opportunity in front of us. The next one is the next challenge every entrepreneur goes through is, now that we have identified salon, where do I get? A lot of people think that we should have the knowledge about the field. I will say having a knowledge about the field is actually a disadvantage than an advantage. Today, the cell phone business or the mobile phone business have been redefined not by Nokia, who are the original owners of the mobile phone. It is actually redefined by Steve Jobs. Because of the touch phone and the smartphone technology, what he has introduced, today the entire world has changed because of the smartphone. That is, Steve Jobs is not the original, what do you call, Apple is not a phone company. Nokia is a mobile phone company. Ericsson is a mobile phone company. There are so many mobile phone. Motorola is a mobile phone company. But Apple came in very late. But because they are not from the industry, they were able to think different, and they were able to redefine the business. And that is why I always used to say industry knowledge is not very important. If you have to grow incrementally, industry knowledge will be useful. If you want to grow exponentially, not having a knowledge of the industry is very, very useful. That's exactly how we were not from the industry. Veena is not a beautician, she is not a hairdresser, and she is not a makeup artist. And my knowledge of beauty is even poor. I thought manicure is for feet and pedicure is for hand. With such a poor knowledge, we came into the business and hired a person who was heading the Taj Hotel Salon, and she in turn hired the rest of the people. And with that, our journey began. Not having a business is no problem. Not having knowledge is no problem. It can actually turn into an advantage to you. And that's what has happened in our case. And that's what has happened in Steve Jobs' case. The next one, which I always used to say, that the next challenge every first generation entrepreneur has is, where do I find the money? I favorably call the 3 Fs, which is the friends, family, and fools. I collected the money from the 3 Fs and put them together and started the salon in Kadar Nawaz Khan Road in Chennai, with the hope that Veena is going to become an entrepreneur, and we are going to make 60,000 rupees a month. On money, I have to talk about these things. Robert Schuller says so beautifully. A lot of people think what to do. I want to do business, but I don't have money. He says nobody has got money problem. It's always an idea problem. What is your idea to generate the money? If you can list that, you can solve the problem. Lot of people keep on thinking, what can I do? I am a middle class person. I don't have money. How can I do that? If you say that I can't do that, means it is a statement. You change that statement into a question. How can I do it? When you ask a question, answers will come. Lot of people put a statement. I am a middle class. I can't do business. I don't have money. That means you are closing the door. If you flip it and you say, how can I do it? Then answers will start coming for you. And that's what I talk about, the friends, family, and fools. Today, Dhirubhai Ambani, one of the, what you call India's most successful private entrepreneur, was a petrol pump boy, putting petrol in Saudi Arabia. And he is a 9th standard dropout. He did not have any money. But he saw a brilliant idea. Those in the currency of the Saudi Arabia, the coins were copper coins. He came out with a, what you call a, not so, I would say that jugaad idea. It's not a legally correct, but that is how his journey began. He, what do you call the, bought all the copper coins. He made it into copper, this thing, bar, and sold it for a higher price. Because the copper bar is selling at a higher price than a copper coin. So he shrewdly identified that opportunity and used that, and that is how he built the first level of business. And then in the morning, he used to work in a petrol pump as a petrol pump boy. Night, he used to work in an auditor's office and write accounts. And one day, at the end of the first month, the auditor gave him a salary check. And Dhirubhai told, I don't want. And the auditor asked why. Maybe the auditor thought this boy is now wanting more money. And Dhirubhai told, I have not come here to earn. I have come here to learn. Look at that petrol pump boy's urge to learn. That is what has made him a Dhirubhai Ambani. And when he came down to India, he used to do yarn business. And yarn business is extremely tough and extremely competitive and very high cash. He used to borrow money. Borrow money means, say, suppose you borrow 1 lakh today and you have to give them 1,30,000 rupees in 1 week. That is the kind of interest rate which is going for the yarn business. And he used to borrow at that high rate. And still he will make a calculation. Okay, I am borrowing 10 lakhs. This means my cost is 13 lakh. If I have to make 16 lakh. Anything more he makes, he shares it with the person who given him the money, because he consider him as a partner. Because of that, what has happened, after some time, the message went into the market. People used to keep money in sacks and used to stand in front of Dhirubhai Ambani's office. Money used to wait for him. See, look at that, how the idea. Okay, that is what I'm coming to. A lot of people think I don't have money, so I can't start business. No. That is what is this thing. Dhirubhai Ambani, when he goes to a restaurant, we all go to a restaurant when the food is very good and the service is very good. We all tip the, give tips to the person who is attending to us, depending on how good the quality of the food is and how good the service is. Whereas when Dhirubhai Ambani goes to a restaurant, he will first go give 100 rupees tips. His service is guaranteed. Okay, quality of food is a different issue, but service-wise, he is guaranteed. The person will go out of the way and take care of him. Tips means to ensure prompt service. That's the acronym for tips. Unfortunately, we all pay tips at the end of the service and we don't get good service because we keep him guessing and that person is going like that. So the ability to think different. When you don't have money, don't think you don't have money. Don't ask a statement, ask it into a question. How can I generate money? Then the new answer will come, and that's how the life will open up for all of us. And that's what is I want to start it as my opening thought.
Brilliant. Wow. so many things to learn in that, what you have shared just now. Thank you so much. So next time going to restaurant, give the tip first and then order the food. Yes.
Yeah, super service. Yes.
It's guaranteed. Okay, great. So my next question related to the topic. So what are the barriers of women becoming an entrepreneur? You see.
I want to tell a story here. The story goes on like this. There is a, it happened in Florence in Italy, some 500 years before. And there was a, the museum official had a 18 feet long one marble block, which everybody looked at. Even Leonardo da Vinci looked at that marble and said it is flawed and useless. He said it is flawed and useless. And so many other sculptors came, they all said, but nobody liked it. They all, this thing. And then Michelangelo was born. And then he became a, what you call, a good sculptor. And the museum official again showed him this long block, 18 feet one, and asked him whether he can do something. And Michelangelo readily agreed. And he started working on that block, on that stone with this chisel and hammer. And one guy came to Michelangelo and asked him, hey, what are you doing? Why are you hitting the stone so hard? And Michelangelo told, there is an angel inside. I am trying to get it free and put it to the world. And that's how the David statue, the most beautiful statue, David was born with that, like that. Within each one of us, there is a David. Okay, the people may tell us we are flawed and useless, but we should not believe the world. Even if the whole world believes in you, if you don't believe in yourself, nobody can help you. On the contrary, even if the whole world doesn't believe in you, if you start believing in yourself, nobody can stop you. So I tell all the women, you are extremely talented. You are extremely, what you call, you had all the talent, all the potential with you. Only thing you lack is that self-belief. Come out of that self-belief and start believing yourself, and then see how the world changes. And for that, the first this thing, I had a first-hand experience of that. This happened some 41 years before, when I was a 13-year-old boy, and my eldest brother was 25-year-old, and there were 4 more siblings in front, in between. Okay, and my father, and next day morning, my mother called all 6 of us and told, from today, I'm going to be your father and mother. And that's exactly what she did. That's exactly what she did for the next 35 years. So I realized here is a woman, 40-year-old, 6 children, 2.5 lakh debt, which means today, in today's quantity, it is 25 crores. And she said that she took the life in the hand and ensured all 6 of us are not only safe, but also successful. She ran a, what you call, school. She ran a office, the business, then agriculture, then tailoring, then bakery, then dancing, singing. She lived a complete life. Here I saw one woman who otherwise would have been weeping and would have blamed the fate and blamed the world. And she could have said, hey, what can I do? My husband died. She could have said that, but she said she took the life in her hand and then chiseled all of us. On the other hand, I go to the real world and I see so many talented women, so many educated women with huge potential. Only thing they lack is self-belief. So I tell all the women, you are extremely talented, you are extremely potential. If my mother can do it, you can do it. If Veena can do it, you can do it. You all have all the potential. Just increase your self-belief a bit. I will have a framework. Come and join in that framework. I will handhold you. Soon you will become an entrepreneur. And that's exactly how I started building the business.
Brilliant. So self-belief is the answer. And wow, love the story what you shared just now regarding your mother. Very inspiring. Of course, Veena, you supported her so much. Now she has been so successful in developing the business. And so my next question is, what are the advantages of women becoming an entrepreneur?
Women becoming an entrepreneur, there is today I would very proudly and even what they call candidly tell you, had this network been a men network, we would have collapsed by now. women are best suited for a franchise business because they are ready to work on a framework. Number one. Number two, they are not very greedy. Okay, they are ready to work in a framework, and they are very not greedy, and they are very detail oriented, and they are very disciplined. All this quality which is required for a franchise business is available in a women inbuilt. There are franchise businesses that franchisor works on the business and the franchisee works in the business. In the business means opening the shutter, closing the shutter, okay, taking care of whether customer staff is coming, whether products are available, whether the place is clean, how is the customer going, happy or not, giving the billing, getting the product, storing that, everything is called in the business. On the business is how to do the brand name, how to do the pricing, how to introduce new services, how to promote the product. It is called on the business. The franchisor takes care of all the on the business activity, and the franchisee takes care of all the in the business activity. That is why the franchisor comes with the brand name and the business knowledge. The franchisee comes with the local knowledge and day-to-day operations, and there has to be enough margin to share between both the players. If these three parameters are met, the business is intrinsically franchisable. Franchising, to simply put, is using other people's time and money. But the right equation is the franchising is using other people's time and money responsibly. When you add the word responsibility to the equation gains power. So that is how the franchising business works. Imagine there is in Hindu mythology, there is a Lord Ganesha and Lord Muruga will be there, and the Shiva and Parvati will have a wisdom fruit, and they would want to give to a person who goes around the world and takes that wisdom fruit. The Muruga will have his peacock. He will sit on the peacock and he will go around the world, and he will come. Ganesha will go around the father and the mother and take the wisdom fruit. The moral of the story is the franchising business is like Muruga going around and opening his own, this thing is like opening your own business. Going around the father and mother and taking the wisdom fruit is like franchising the business. So this is the easier way to do the business, and that is the difficult way to do business, because first 3 years I made only loss. When I started the business, first year I made a business of 20 lakh and made a loss of 10 lakh. Second year I made a business of 30 lakh and made a loss of 5 lakh. Third year I made a business of 40 lakh and made a loss of 2 lakh. This problem, this knowledge, this struggle, a franchisee need not go through, because I am now giving them the knowledge of what to do, how to do, what not to do. It is more than what to do and what not to do also I am giving. That is where the franchise business becomes very important. I always used to say success is like knowing the combination to your number lock. If you put the number right, the lock will open. The lock won't mind whether you are a male or a female, black or white, educated or uneducated, or rich or poor. As long as you are able to put the number right, the lock will open. In a salon business, the first number is to identify the right partner. Second business is to identify the right location. Third business is to identify the right people to work. Fourth point is to train them well. Fifth is to identify the right products. Sixth is to do the right pricing. Seventh is to do the right promotion. These numbers, if you are able to put it together and put again and again, the lock will open. We have experience of 20 years and over 600 salons in the salon business of how to select all these things, and that we are giving to the franchise partner in a platter, and all they have to do is follow that, and then it will work. There is a very interesting story I want to share about franchising. The story is, one guy wanted to have he's a very macho looking guy, and he wanted to have a lion tattoo. So he wanted to have a lion tattoo, and he identified, made a lot of research both online and offline. I identified the best tattoo artist, and he went to the tattoo artist and told him, I want a lion tattoo. And the tattoo artist showed him a lot of lion pictures. He selected one picture, and the artist started working on his back. And when he started working, and he said, wow, it is painful. What are you working? He said, I am working on the tail. He said, make it smaller. And then he started working again, and this time it is the body, same thing. And he told the artist to make it smaller. Then it happened to the leg, he also make it smaller. Then it happened to the face, he also made it smaller. Finally, the lion became a cat. So when you come to the franchise business, one of the most important thing you should know is no knowledge of beauty business is very important when we select. That is why the franchising, I tell the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steps. First is you should be passionate about beauty business. You should like the business. Then only you will come to the salon daily. Second, you should have a what you call ability to lead the team. You should be a leader on the floor. Third is there is no investment. You should be what you call on the floor manager. That is it is not a owner manager. Willingness to be a owner manager. No, don't invest money in business. First invest time and then invest money. Most people who are successful have not first invested money and then time. You should first invest time and then money. And then you should be ability to lead the team. The next one is good PR skills. The next one is ability to invest that money required for the project. And the last point we say is no knowledge of beauty business. Because today anyone can make a better burger than McDonald's. But McDonald's have got the systems and process to make it consistently across all the country, and that is why it is called McDonald's. McDonald's is not making the world's best burger. You can make a better burger than McDonald's, but McDonald's has got the system, and that is what is needed for the franchise business.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you so much for that reply. In fact, as a franchisee, we get so much of support from your team. I mean, this is priceless. Money cannot buy. Definitely not. And so when you look at a woman taking up a franchise, becoming an entrepreneur, so what is the advantage you see there? What is the correction you see there?
No, as I told, when women take a franchise business or they come out of the home. I think it is the way in which she starts looking. Like, I have got a lot of franchise partners now who are successful. When they come to the interview or when they come to meet me the first time, they used to tell me, I am after all a housewife. I am a woman. I don't know much. I don't know this business. You should only help me. My brother will help me. My father will help me. My husband will help me. I don't know much. All those things, they will appear very timid and they will talk very softly. After some time, the confidence level increases. The way in which they look at themselves has changed. The way in which their children and the family member looks at them have changed. The way in which the society looks at them have changed. I have one franchise partner who used to really, the children, she used to attend a parent-teacher meeting. And in that parent-teacher meeting, after that, the child told the teacher, I believe, my mother is only housewife. She doesn't have any work. That's the very casual way the child talks about the mother. And the same mother, after 2 years, when she became the franchise partner, the same child says, no, my mother is very busy. You can't call her whenever you want.
Right.
So that's the kind of the way with the little child that impact thing. And I have to tell a story which is very close to my heart. It's not a story. It happened in my 8th salon when I opened one in Coimbatore, and my first salon in Coimbatore. I used to go every month to meet my franchise partner and see how business is going. And one day he introduced me to a family which used to come and spend 5,000 rupees every month. And that's a big money. And I said, thank you very much for your patronage. And she told that I want to open a salon in Karur, and I'm from Karur. I want to open a salon there. I asked, ma'am, I will do a market survey. But before I could do a market survey, she had shortlisted a place. She called me over. I went to Karur and saw the place. She invited me to her house. I went in. I saw a BMW on the left-hand side, a Mercedes-Benz on the right-hand side, and few more small cars. I told myself, why is this lady wanting to open a natural salon? Anyway, I went inside, met her husband, 2 sons, 2 daughter-in-laws. I told myself, even 30 lakh loss also will not affect this family. Chalo, let us open. I opened the salon. 1 year later, she called me. She told me, this month, thank you very much. I said, for what? I said, this month I have made 50,000 rupees profit. I said, that is now okay, ma'am, good beginning. You can make up to 2 lakhs. She said, sir, that is not a point. At any given point of time, my house will have 10 lakhs in cash, jewelry and document extra. any money I spend, I need to give accounts to my husband and to my 2 sons. This is my money. I can spend the way in which I want. I think the best fashion statement you can make is standing on your own legs. I think what franchise business has given to the women is financial independence. Women may have got independence. Sri Lanka may have got independence long before world ever. So many independence have got everywhere. But in the house, the women do not have financial independence. And that is a big problem which most of the dreams, most of the potential and most of the talent are locked up in the four walls. I think that needs to be freed out, like what Michelangelo freed out with that long block of David. I think there are so many dreams, so many potential, and so many talent is with every woman, and we need to open each one of that, and then we should make it fly. Every dream is important. Everyone's dream is also important. We should give wings to every dream, and that's when the world, they all will go and fly. And once they go and fly, the world will become such a beautiful place for all of us. And that's what is my mission in life, to make every woman financially independent. And that is what is the need of the hour. If men can go out and earn money, women also should go use their talent and make money. Only when you don't have something, you will start looking at it as a big thing. Once you also experience the same thing, then that charm goes off. Till you buy a new car, you will be going in bike, and you will see people who are going in car only as a big. And once you go in a car, you will know it is not a big thing at all. Yeah.
Yeah.
We are connected again?
Go ahead. Yeah, we're connected. Yeah, go ahead.
So it is whatever we don't have, we will start fantasizing it. That is, if you don't have a, what they call the person is, it may be a car, it may be a jewelry, it may be a, what do you call, anything what we don't have, we will start fantasizing it. That is why the money becomes such a common factor. That is where when women starts making money, the Narayana Murthy, the Infosys founder, says so beautifully, when he started Infosys, each of the women, the wife only gave them the seed capital. With that only they built the what they call the wow
campus.
Infosys was built with that little. It is the money you give it to a woman, they take care of all the household, plus they will do one saving, which will be useful at emergency. Whereas when you gave them money to men, money will go only for drinking and what do you call playing cards. So many things are more this thing. I think that is where money in a woman's hand is very safe and is very useful for the family and for the society.
Brilliant. CK, not all men are like that. No? Some of them they do invest, but then again, but thank you for the reply.
I am not
very inspiring.
Always, I know that there are quite a few. I am not.
Yes. So I wanted you to share with the audience when we brought you to Sri Lanka to have a session with the Toastmasters. You mentioned something that there is a word in the dictionary. You wanna get rid of that word. I want you to share. I want you to share that story with everybody.
So I said my dream is to erase the word called housewife from the dictionary, because the housewife is putting the great potential of a woman within the four walls. See, the bird is put in a golden cage. The bird is given a golden cage, and dry fruits is given. What do you call other fresh fruits are given, and the golden cage is given, but the bird is put in that golden cage. But actually, what the bird is not that golden cage. What the bird needs is the freedom to fly, and which is what is a dream. I think each and every woman, every woman have their own dream. I met recently 2 years before a lady called YG Parsarathi, who is a 91-year-old woman. She received an award and she is running a Padma Seshadri school. I said, thank you very much. I'm saying I always used to take pictures. You would have seen me taking pictures. I took a picture with her and I asked her.
Oh, yeah.
I asked her, what is your defining moment in your life? She said, when I got married, my husband told, I am not marrying you to get a cook or to get a woman to take care of the domestic chores of the house. I want you to pursue your dream. Whatever is your dream, I will support. And that was the beginning of Padma Seshadri, where today more than 30,000 children are studying in that school because of that one woman and the support of that. And when I heard that, I said, there are so many such talented women and so many such potential women who are there all around us. And but they are all tangled in a, what do you call the, they are all tangled in a drama called a relationship. Yes, being a good wife is very important. Yes, being a good mother is very important. Yes, being a good sister is very important. Yes, being a good daughter is very important. But you have a more important relationship, that relationship with yourself. Please don't miss yourself. You are not here to assist other people in living their life. You are not here to assist other people in living their life. You are here to live your own life too. Please don't miss your dreams. Please don't miss your potential. Please don't miss your talents. The world, please don't miss the real world. And please don't allow the real world also to miss the real you. I think that is what will make the world really beautiful. And that is why I tell each and every woman, every dream is important and everyone's dream is important. And we have to put each one's dream up there. And that's something which gives us much more joy than adding one more zero to our financial kitty. What will you do by adding more to the financial kitty? Nothing will happen. I always used to say money can do little things to you, but it can do many things through you. Money can do little things to you. It can do many things through you. Because you have money, you can what you call, yeah, you can because you have money, you can go in a car, you can eat a good food, you can live in a nice bungalow. But just because you have more money, you can't sleep in 10 beds, you can't go in 20 cars or wear 20 dresses or eat 30 plate of biryani. Money has got limited validity. If you understand that, don't make money should be your slave. If it becomes your master, you are in trouble. Money is a very good slave and it is a very poor master. So I tell all the entrepreneurs, don't keep on adding one more zero and one more zero to your kitty. After some time, use money and do a what you call business so that you can create jobs. You can use money and build a school. You can use money and build a hospital. That is the use of money in good people's hand. In bad people's hand, they will use it, and the terrorist will what you call use that money and what you call bomb the people and down the infrastructure. Whereas money in the hands of good people can do a lot of good things. That is why all good people should desire to become rich. All good people have the moral responsibility to become rich. If the good people do not desire to become rich, money will go in the hands of bad people, and the bad people will use that and destroy good people. So in your own selfish interest, I'll tell each and every one of you, become what you call, want to become rich. It is not the action of the bad people which destroy the society. It is the inaction of the good people. Money is beautiful. Money gives you choice. People, yes. Money gives you choice. Money gives you choice of what dress to wear. Money gives you choice of where you can put your children to school. Money gives you choice of what car to drive. Money gives you choice of where you can get hospitalized when you are sick. Money is beautiful, but money is not everything. Money is like a fuel to your car. It is neither the journey nor the destination. It is just a part of the transportation system. Don't chase money. Make money chase you. Money is a byproduct of providing a good service or a good product. It is not a main product by itself, excepting for Reserve Bank. Right. Love money, use people. You got it wrong. Love people, use money. You got it right. Warren Buffett was once asked, why are you becoming, what is your secret of being rich? He said, first you should feel rich. And the interviewer was perplexed. He asked, how can you feel rich? He said, be happy with what you are having already. Happily aspire for more. Suppose you are going in a bike, be happy about that. Don't be unhappy about a person going in a car. Be happy with what you have, but happily aspire for more. Don't settle down in bike only for life. Your next step, happily aspire. You should, that is when you can really go up in life. And that's what success is something, happiness is another thing. Not every people who are successful, who have got lot of money, they may have a wonderful bed, but they are not getting sleep. One person lying in the platform only is sleeping very nicely. Success and this thing are two different things. We choose to be happy. That is, everyone has a choice. Being happy is a choice. We should choose to be happy.
Great. So we should choose to be happy. Thank you so much for that. Lot of, CK, every time I speak to you, the wealth of wisdom you share. My God, so many things you have shared. I mean, that itself, if you take one and take action towards it, anything is possible. So there is a, Hasini is saying that it's amazing to listen to your stories. So as a social entrepreneur, what is your gain from empowering so many people? What's your gain? Did you hear that? What I mentioned? Hello? Hello? Yeah. So Hasini is saying that it's amazing to listening to your stories as a social entrepreneur. So what's your gain by empowering so many people?
No, there is a for everything there is need not be a gain. Yeah. For everything there is need not be a gain in all the thing you are doing. There was one man who is walking down in the Miami Beach. Yeah, Miami Beach. He was walking, and the shore was washed out by lot of starfishes. Millions of starfish were in that shore, and this man was picking one starfish and picking one more starfish and throwing, and he was walking. One young girl looked at him and ran towards him, and he asked him, "Hey man, can you not see there are millions of starfish in this shore? How can you? What are you doing? What difference it will make?" And he had one starfish in his hand, and he threw that to the sea, and he told it will make a difference for this fish. So every time I meet, one man can make a difference. Gandhi says so beautifully, in a gentle way, you can shake this world.
Yes. Hello, CKK? Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me? Yeah, so we can hear you. Yeah. You were saying, you're talking about Gandhi, that gentle way.
Yeah, so in a gentle way, we can shake this world. I think each and every one of us, in a gentle way, we can shake this world. And my tool, what I have taken, is women entrepreneurship. As one more entrepreneur, I keep creating. So many people will start creating, and they also start creating. A day will come where women will become financially independent across the world. And that day comes, the world will become a beautiful place to live for everybody. I think that's what the greatest use of life is, to do something that outlaws it. And that's my dream for life. We can be history readers, or we can be history makers. So I want to be not a history reader. I want to become a history maker. I tell each and every one of us, each one of us is that one man who can make a difference. Each one of us is that one woman who can make a difference. And we have to start with that self-belief and little action, little beyond ourselves, and then start looking how the world becomes a beautiful place for everyone.
Brilliant. Yeah, you are definitely a spectacular history maker, that's for sure. And we are so glad that we are a part of it as well. So your mission has become our mission back in Sri Lanka. So Dennis Whitley, I know you love Dennis Whitley. So Dennis Whitley says that your attitude determines your altitude, right? So So when Veena decide, okay, when you, in our culture, we say that, okay, women should be homemaker, they should stay home. So when you decided to work together with Veena, so how that has impacted, what kind of mental shift you had to support Veena to start Naturals?
No, it is actually very easy because I've been grown up by my mother more than my father. From the age of 13, I am a mother's child. So from my formative years, I have only seen mother.
Right.
So for me, it's so easy. And my role model in life is in business is Anita Roddick. Anita Roddick is the owner of the Body Shop International, and she and her husband will run a restaurant, and the restaurant will fail. After the failure of the restaurant, Anita Gordon Roddick will leave the wife, 6-year-old daughter and 4-year-old daughter, and he wants to pursue his life ambition of traveling from London to New York in a horseback. And Anita Roddick says so beautifully, till such time I used to think there are some work what men can do, there are some work what women can do. When my husband was not there, I started doing all the work. There is no big deal. Actually, it is a problem for men only. When women are not there, men only cannot run their family. Whereas women, no problem. Women can easily run the only thing. Again, I will only talk about the self-belief. The self-belief, that story, there is an elephant, which will be a baby elephant will be chained. And the other end of the chain will be attached to the peg. The baby elephant will try to cut open. It will cut its leg and it will start bleeding profusely. The elephant will remember when it becomes one big 5,000-pound one. So you will see in the temple and all, chain will be there. Other end of the chain will not even be attached. It will be lying loose. The elephant will stand there only, moving his leg up and down. This is called learned helplessness. This is not helplessness. This is learned helplessness. This is what the women are suffering from. So all we have to tell them is, boss, there is no chain. Other end is free. Now you can walk, means they will go and finish everything. So I always used to say authorities and responsibilities are not given. It is always taken. Women should have the courage to take the authorities and responsibilities. Once they gain the courage to take the authorities and responsibilities, then life will open up for them. So one woman with courage is a majority. It is the first step. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And that is the first step. Courage to begin and courage to continue. Lot of people don't have the courage to begin. And few people, after beginning, when they see first setback or first failure, they stop there. You should have the courage to begin and you should have the courage to continue. If you have these two courages, life will give them immense, infinite opportunity in front of them. And they will not know, and they will astonish themselves and they will astonish the world. We all grossly overestimate what we can do in 1 year, and we all grossly underestimate what we can do in 10 years. We should learn to look at life in a 10-year perspective. We are all looking at life in 1 year perspective. Start looking at life in 10-year perspective. Then miracles are possible by each of the human beings. And that's exactly, and you should run on a track. To run on a track is very important. A lot of people say that the important thing is to run on a track. I always used to say, if you want to be successful in life and business, we should all do PhD. I'm not talking about an academic PhD. I'm talking about a life PhD. P stands for passion, H stands for hunger, and D stands for discipline. You should be passionate about whatever you are doing. It is not what work you are doing. It is you should do with such a passion. Involvement makes you important. If an individual is to be called a street sweeper, he or she should sweep the street so well, as if Michelangelo has painted, or Beethoven has composed music, or Shakespeare has written poetry. Everybody passing the road should stop and say, here lives a great street sweeper. It is when you start the business, you are the managing director, you are the office boy, you are the finance manager, you are the sales manager. Every work you have to do. Seeing your passion only, you will form your team. And that is how the passion is. I know when I talk about passion, I have to speak about this guy. There is a guy called Auto Annadurai in Chennai. There are 50,000 auto drivers in Chennai. But this Auto Annadurai is my friend. I don't have any other auto driver friend because he is very passionate. When you enter into an auto, he will say Aditi Deva Bhava, which means guest is God. And when you get into his auto, suddenly you'll see a spotlessly clean auto. Then he will have a Tamil paper, he will have English paper, English magazine, Tamil magazine, hot water, cold water, coffee, tea, juice. Then he will have a Wi-Fi router. Then he'll have a charging station. He will have a television. And when it is raining, he will give you even umbrella. You can give it when the next time you come. And you will suddenly feel you are transported to another place. And NDTV came out with an article about him for 10 minutes. He became very popular. He is now a TED speaker. He's a trainer for Reliance. He's a trainer for Naturals. And that is how much he has come. Because of the passion, today Auto Annadurai has become a brand. If you put passion to your work, you become a brand there. And to start any work, you should be very passionate. Second one, you should have hunger. Lot of people are very passionate when they start, but the passion dies down soon. Either when they see some small successes or some small failures. When they see small successes, they feel very happy. 10 people in salary, team, and little bit EMI for car, EMI for flat, they are very happy. And there are other set of people when they see first failure, and immediately they say, no, business won't come to us. I don't have a B positive blood group. All those things, they stop there. You should have hunger. You should see Sachin Tendulkar is today such a revered cricket player, because every day he will go to every morning he will go to the net practice and he will play 300 balls. And he has to improve one stroke. If he is not improving in that morning, he will come back again in the evening and play another 300 balls. That is why he is called Sachin Tendulkar. He has got that passion. The hunger is there. Hunger is very important. One guy went to Socrates and he asked Socrates, hey Socrates, I was told you are the most knowledgeable person in this world. Why not you give me some knowledge? And the Socrates got very angry. What do you want? He asked. He said, I want some knowledge. He took him by the hand. He took him to the corner of the street. There was one small pond there. He took him by the hair, dipped him to the pond, and took him out after 20 seconds. And he said, what do you want? He said, no, knowledge I want, he said. Again, he dipped him inside. This time he kept him for 30 seconds. He pulled him out. And this time he told, air, he screamed. And Socrates told, if your search for knowledge is as much as you want air now, knowledge will come searching for you. You should have that kind of hunger. Only people with hunger can really scale great heights. The next one is called discipline. Discipline is something which we don't want to even, in the younger days, only our parents told discipline, we don't like. And then we get into our school also discipline. Discipline, we all think discipline takes away the freedom. Actually, discipline gives us the freedom. Discipline is a track to run on. Today, train is the most energy efficient mode of transportation in this world because it runs on a track. To human being also should run on a track. Imagine you are getting into a car. There is one gear shift is there, one accelerator is there, brake pedal is there, engine is there, then fuel tank is there. Only one thing which is missing in the car is there is no steering wheel. Car without a steering wheel will not take you from point A to point B. Same way, human being without discipline will keep on going in circles. They will not go from point A to point B. So when I talk about discipline, I have to talk about my brother CK Ranganathan. He runs a company called Kevin Care, which is 4,000 crore plus company. When he was in school, he was not in the top 5 of the students. He was in the bottom 5 of the student. When he joined the college, again, he is not in the top 5 of the student. He is in the bottom 5 of the students. Nobody know him by name or face. That is how his college and school days is. But after that, when he started his real life in business, he built his business on discipline. He's when he says appointment, he gives by 10 o'clock, he will be ready by 9:55. His financial discipline, personal discipline, professional discipline, all put together, and then he layered with other skills is what has made him today as a most successful first generation entrepreneur of the country. So when you have the passion, hunger, and discipline together, miracles are possible in this life. I want each and every one of you should have all these three together and see how your business scales up and how your life scales up.
Brilliant. Wow. Thank you so much for sharing those powerful thoughts, effective thoughts. And I believe our listeners are getting a lot of value. CK, thank you so much for sharing that wealth of knowledge. And I know you are a big believer of self-development. And I have to ask this question. So, and I have been to your house, and I know that the amount of cassettes, I mean, you still have cassettes, right? And the CDs that you have on self-development, and the books that you have, the huge heap of books. I mean, that's amazing. So what do you think of self-development, self-growth? Is it important?
No, self growth is the difference between all leaders are readers. It started off when I was in class 7, and my father told one line. He told business success and English are related. And I was a Tamil medium student. I can't speak English much, and I can't read English. And here I was, my father told like this, and this went on to my subconscious mind. I finished my 12th standard in Tamil medium, joined Coimbatore, bigger city, English medium school, and a co-ed college. And I was like fish out of water. I was not knowing, but slowly, steadily started adjusting to the new turf. And I used to bunk most of the classes. One professor, Tyagarajan, used to take class in a very interesting manner. And he says, he spoke about a book called Future Shock by Alvin Toffler. And Alvin Toffler's one of the favorite quote of mine is, the illiterates of the 21st century are not the ones who cannot read and write. The illiterates of the 21st century are the ones who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. Today, Corona has come and told us, unlearn, relearn. We have to learn a lot of new things, unlearn a lot of things, and relearn a lot of things. I think that is what is Corona come and told us. The person who is going to be successful in the Corona world is going to be that unlearn, relearn person. I went and bought that Future Shock book, 450-page book. So far, I would have read some 40 pages. Every time I read one half page only, I will sleep off. Then I used to buy books from the platform, how to win friends and influence people. 50 rupees books. And then my all-time favorite book, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I think the title only says everything, Think and Grow Rich. And I used to, Tamil medium person, one chapter I can read, maximum 2 chapters. But this tamasha was continuing. Still, I went and saw one to my favorite bookshop called Landmark, and where I saw a book titled Innovative Secrets of Success. I love these 2 words, innovation and success. And that is what is Dennis Whiteley's book. That is where my fascination and my admiration and my gratitude and my love to Dennis Whiteley is because of that one thing. And I bought that book and I opened that book. It was not a book, it was an audio cassette. I got a Walkman and started to put this cassette into this Walkman and started listening. First time I heard a guy who will speak in a language with which I can understand. After that, audio learning became my habit. Today, as you said, I have got more than 1,000 audio video collections. I've got Tough Times Never Lost, but Tough People Do by Robert Schuller, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen R. Covey, Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, Magic of Thinking Big by David Schwartz, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, Magic of Psychology of Winning by Dennis Whiteley, John Maxwell, Mahatriya, Shiv Khera, name the author, name the book. I've got it in audio form. The beauty of audio form is you don't have to have a separate time. If you have to read a book, the lighting should be good. Nobody should disturb you. You should be in a calm place. Only then you can read. Whereas in audio, I converted all my downtime into uptime. Downtime means my walking time, my driving time, my waiting time became my learning time. Every day I'm investing into this habit, 3 hours every day. That is why I'm speaking in front of you. Formal education will make you survive in life. Continuous education will make you a fortune. To answer your question, formal education, your school education, your college education will take you up to the what they call interview room. After that, how you dress, how you present yourself, how confident are you, what kind of other skills you have got is what is going to take you in life. That is why people, real life successful people are what Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, Dhirubhai Ambani, Sachin Tendulkar, A.R. Rahman, they have not even touched college. J.K. Rowling, all these people, they have not even, Oprah Winfrey, they have not even touched college. Formal education will make you survive in life. Continuous education will make you a fortune. If you want to earn more, learn more. All leaders are readers. Rich people have got big libraries. Poor people have got big televisions. We all keep on going in the car and keep on listening to the A.R. Rahman music and what do you call Ilayaraja music and so many other people's music. Only their life will change. If you want our life to change, how we are converting our downtime into uptime is what is going to make a difference. I have seen a lot of people who are not got a great, they were not in the, it is like the hare and the tortoise race. The hare runs very fast. That is where they get a lot of mark. They go and take a rest. The tortoise walks and finishes crosses the finish line. The moral of the story is slow and steady wins the race. Unfortunately, in the real world, the race is not between the hare and the tortoise. The race is between one hare and another hare. There is an African hare running, a Chinese hare running, European hare running, American hare running. We have to be really, really equip ourselves. That equipping, mentally keeping ourselves fit. And that is what can learning continuously learning is the key difference. Stephen Covey puts it so beautifully. He says 50% of your current knowledge is irrelevant every 2 years. That means if you are not learning anything new for last 4 years, you are at ground zero. And that is how much the world is changing now. So reinvent. My suggestion, this thing to all the people is as a parting thought. I think we have come to the last section, right?
Yes, the last question is there. Yeah.
Okay, so I will say that all the people who wants to be successful in the post-corona time is, if your mind is weak, situation will look like a problem. If your mind is normal, same situation will look like a challenge. If your mind is strong, same situation will look like an opportunity. Keep your mind strong. Imagine you are going in a forest, one lion comes in front of you. Now you have a problem. Imagine you are going in a forest and the same lion comes in front of you. Now you have an AK-47 in your hand. Now lion has a problem. You are post-corona time. We should prepare ourselves. The Zoom calls, what we are doing, new skill, what you are learning, digital marketing, what we are engaging. All these things are going to put us ahead in the post-corona time. That is what I am saying. Learn, unlearn, and relearn. Whoever is doing are going to be tremendously successful. Whoever is reinventing themselves, reinvent physically, reinvent mentally, reinvent financially, and reinvent business models. Whoever is doing are going to be heavily successful in the post-corona time. People who are wanting to follow the old rules, it will not work. So my request to everybody is adapt to the change, take change to your advantage, and keep moving. World will salute you.
Brilliant. Thank you for that powerful message. So one last question. So the topic was how women can be transformed into entrepreneur, right? So there are a lot of young women entrepreneurs that they're getting into, and there is something called forced entrepreneurship at this point of situation. So with those, for those new entrepreneurs who are coming into limelight and they're getting into the entrepreneurship, what is the last message that you have specifically towards women entrepreneurs? And we will finish with that.
I want to share an anecdote which happened. This guy is very highly successful. He went to his school to give a speech, and as he walked in, he saw the ice cream vendor who used to sell ice cream when he was a small boy. Same guy is selling now, a little older. He told that ice cream vendor, get the ice cream what I love, 100 numbers I want you to give to all the students. And this ice cream vendor prepares it. He went inside, spoke to the student and calls everybody and tell them, take my favorite ice cream. And this guy gives to all the people. 95 children took it. 5 children did not take it. And they told that, no, this is throat pain and this flavor I don't like. Some story he was giving, and this guy was in a good mood. He says, what do you want? They said they want cup ice cream. And he gave him cup ice cream. Finished. The moral of the story is, in life, you will get what you have the courage to ask for. Lot of times, women don't have the courage to ask for what they want. In fact, I was suffering. It is not women problem. It is men problem, women problem. More of women, less of men. That's all. I was also going through that problem till I was 40 years. I used to really work well, study well, learn well, but I did not have that, ask. I will not put my hand when asked questions. I will always hesitate. See, life and selfie, find your own place. Life will keep a frame. You should come in that frame. Same way, selfie you keep in a frame, selfie frame. Unless you come in that frame, you can't come in the picture. Same is for life. Lot of times I tell the women folks, they ask your position. That is very important. Do not be whatever is given, don't take that and give. You are not, don't spend your life there. In life and selfie, find your own place. Ask for your position. Dream big. Start small. Keep moving. You will eventually be reaching a place called what do you call humongous place called what do you call the awesome place you will reach. So dream big, start small, and keep moving is my message to all the new entrepreneurs. For the women entrepreneur, I tell them, have the courage to ask for what you want in life. It may be to your husband, it may be to your boss. If you want increment, ask. It may be to the government, it may be to the bank. If you want loan, ask. It may be to whatever it is, ask. Yeah, that's what is very important. So the ask is very important. And don't worry, if you fail, there is another person. If somebody says no, that means next. I always used to say no means next. It may be a next person or a next idea. You should come out with a next idea or a next person. You should keep on moving. And that's what is called life, and that's what is called entrepreneurship. Standing in one place, no. That's not the idea.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. I mean, that's a very powerful message. Ask and you will see the result. Wow. Very simple, very precise, but very effective. Thank you so much. Thank you, CKK, for your time. I know you're quite busy, but what you have shared today, it will be on our timeline, and that's going to create a lot of value for everybody around us. And it's simply a treat knowing you, and you are a gift to the world, gift to the society, because what you're giving back to the society, it's simply amazing. Thank you so much. And as I mentioned earlier, that we are, yeah. Go ahead.
But I want to ask you a question. You have been very passionate about self-learning, much more than that. I have seen with Tony Robbins. You are a great student, and you are continuously on that thing. Why not you share your thoughts?
My thoughts on self-development.
Yeah.
So
I think your single most plus point also I would feel as self-development. You are a person. 10 years before is a different Shuvo. Now you are a different Shuvo.
Right. So that's so for self-development, it's always, because what I believe in is that, well, if you are not learning, if you stop learning, you start dying, basically. So you are physically here, but mentally you are not there, and it is very important. And in my story is, in school I was a very introvert person, but then I met few friends, and then I was introduced to this world of self-development by one of my friends. So he said that, why don't you go and attend one of these programs? And I was at a point that in my life didn't have proper guidance, no purpose, and then I was focusing on areas which was not giving me result. And I felt like I was drowning in the world of it's a big ocean, and I was drowning. So at that point, Hasni being a Sri Lankan, so I'm from Bangladesh, so there was a bit of this thing there as well. So cultural differences and all those things. So I have a girlfriend who's from a different country, financially not free.
So another girlfriend or Hasni?
No, Hasini. I'm talking about Hasini only. So she's listening. Okay. So then I was one of my friend was in a similar situation, and then he got and attended this program called Landmark Forum, and he recommended, why don't you come and attend one of these sessions? So from that day on, so before I've gone into the session, what I was thinking is that I have to change everybody around me. And then everybody around me, and it will work. But at the session, when I was sitting there, I realized that the easiest way to deal with things is that change yourself and focus on, and you become bigger than the problem, right? So that it doesn't look like a problem. So with that learning, and that really had an impact. And then from there, I become a big believer of self-development. And from there, I have attended so many other programs. And then, of course, settled in Sri Lanka, totally transformed my life. When I settled in Sri Lanka, I had only $100 in my pocket. But over the period of time, and I'm in a foreign country. I'm in a foreign country, nobody knows me. But over the period of time, this has it has impacted me so much by going to different programs. And every time I go for a event or a program seminar, I will come back and implement and take action. So finally, I become financially free. And then, to tell you frankly, one of the reasons I went and met the story you told in the beginning, the Naturals, how we met, right? One of the reasons we are able to do that is because of all this program I have gone through. Because I know if I put my mind into it, I will be able to do it. And I wanted to help Hasini as well. So when we walked in and had a first meeting with you, then later on, I get to know the other side of CKK. And then I know your way of self-development, the way you believe in it. So that really clicked. And so we really pursued Naturals to be in Sri Lanka. And thanks to your help, you and Veena have supported us so much that we are able to bring Naturals to Sri Lanka. And that is solely because of my self-development ability. Whoever I learned from, Tony Robbins, T. Harv Eker, Robert Kiyosaki, whoever you call it, even CKK as well. And so altogether, it has definitely helped me to take my life to the next level. So yeah, so that's my journey of self-development. That's how we started Success Zante as well. That's the passion we have of helping others. So the moment I see somebody suffering, having limiting beliefs, I just can't stand it. I have to go and help that person. So that's the attitude I have grown over the period of time. So yeah, so that's my journey of self-development.
That's what makes you special. May your tribe increase. May your tribe increase, and together let us build a beautiful world. Together.
Thank you so much. Yes, together, definitely. Thank you, CKK. Thank you for your time. Thank you, audience. Thank you, audience, for joining us. And then it has been a wonderful experience. And thank you, CKK. And we will see you next Wednesday. We are having a very interesting guest with us. We will be shortly. We'll be announcing. Look at our page. And with that, CKK, have a good evening. Thank you very much, everybody. And I would like to finish with a quotation of Dennis Wheatley, and that is, "View life as a continuous learning experience." So, ladies and gentlemen, with that, I will see you next week. Thank you.
Thank you.